Hello and welcome to another day of the LCK. I'm Valdez. With me is Kronny Wani. And we got a great day of games coming once again today. We got Life Esports up against Bro, Brianna, of course, and then we got T1 up against Live Sandbox. What do you think about this first one?
I'm kind of feeling the Brion draft here.
All right, here we go. Game number one of match 53.
Zeka, especially with this rune setup, is not going to have any kill threat up until a much later point as Klid.
Oh, hello. He's just coming in here thinking about a steal, but Karis a little bit too scary. Meanwhile, bot side trade, no heal available for Henna.
If you look at the spikes, Karis and Henna both hitting their mythic spike early on.
Yeah, he already has Leandri's.
Yeah.
Like, what? Yeah,
so they can let it go. Very good. Everything going according to plan here, Valdez.
Zeka, you know, he's keeping up in terms of CS, but look at this, 3 plates is now Karis in a little bit of trouble, just going to push away the Vi as just a flash over the wall could do it. The Sedge ult comes in and Zeka just avoids it. As first blood at 13:56. That was pretty close, but that one is going to go into the hands of Life Esports.
You have to check it out. It looks amazing.
Okay, all right, here we go. The flash Annie right on top of the Gnar. Doesn't matter. It's mini Gnar, and Bro finally pulled the trigger. Nicely done, as Morgan in a bit of trouble here. He's just going to get blown up as Umpty was thinking about wrapping around, but does not go in onto that one.
Definitely going to be a contest here. Kingen has joined the fray. Teleport coming in here. This is a must-win for Hanwha.
Definitely is. Kingen is very close to that Mega Gnar. And look at the positioning as well of Zeka. He was just pushing out mid, or at least trying to, as this one is getting lower and lower. Mega Gnar threat is here, as in he goes. Gonna knock the Azir, and they try to blow up the Azir, and they do. As Cars will be the first to go down, but the Xayah value, pretty huge. The Feathers able to be pulled back for Henna, and they can't get on top of him, as the Vi here, Klid, will be able to take down the Drake at the very least. As Imigo gonna pull the trigger there. Massive wild growth on 4 of them. As eventually the Xayah does get taken out. No more Featherstorm, no more Summoners. And so not much that Henna could do. Viper just too scary in this one, and Bro will have to back away to that place in the game. As Kingen is going to face check on the Sejuani. Umpty is very far away from his team though, as they will actually ult onto Sedge. Trying to get down Umpty here as he's taking a ton of damage, and the Vi damage even coming through. Breaking the armor of that Sejuani. And Bro was not able to get in position to actually help him out. So free kill onto the enemy jungler. To be honest, at this moment in time, they're kind of just hanging around mid, waiting for this Drake to spawn. But they're losing so much. I mean, what's going on up here? Just losing wave after wave.
Oh.
Zeka's going to get more free farm.
Yeah, and he's TP. Like, he can join this fight.
Yep.
You have a very short window before casting the 16. You gotta try and Hail Mary this.
I think he's gonna get it right before, like right as he TP's in. The timing, yeah, there it is! Actually, right as he gets in, as the smite this time does go the way of Umpty. Can they win the fight, though, is the question. Bro on the run, down goes Morgan, as the zap is over the top. Nice little stun onto Klid, trying to save them. And Zeka's not gonna be able to stop 4 people, as Kingen really trying to force this Mega Gnar in, but the kiting power of Bro is still there. With the Kingen just going to TP back into this one. He does not have Mega Gnar, as this could be a lot of damage. Tibbers also going to go in here. It doesn't look like Life want to go for the Baron, though, as a nice little sweep, but Karis is all alone in that backline. Meanwhile, look at Zeka just trying to terrorize the backline of Bro. He gets 2, has a stopwatch, and Umpty is not going to be able to get the flail into him, as now Morgan comes back straight into the arms of Kingen, as, oh, very nice read. Gonna get in there with the hook shot on top of Viper and take him down. So Bro at least able to stop the Baron on what is a pretty messy fight. Pretty clear to me. Either way, they're going in onto Effort. He is in a bit of trouble. He's on the run, but immediately just gets blown up by one rip walk. A little combo there from Zeka.
Don't want you to fight in close range.
Mega Gnar is going to get the Sejuani. Again, they do tons of damage to him, but Scott Warmonks is going to look to regen it, but they're not quite letting him. Kingen taking a huge beating from the front line of Bro. Karis still in this pit. Umpty gets in, but the smite is not there, as it is a nice try from Bro to get the steal, and could have been flipped rather, but at the end of the day, Umpty is also going to go down, and Bro are on the run. As Morgan in a bit of trouble, just going to flash away and stay alive.
None in a rush.
Henna's getting a bit frisky. Okay, they're trying to get the wraparound here onto Clid, but he's incredibly tanky at this point. He has tons of armor and MR with the item choices he's gone for, also Merc Tread, so it's not like you can easily 100-0 him. They're not going to make that insane risk.
They're not about that life.
They're not about that life.
No.
You got to live your truth, you know. As here we go, that is the flank onto effort. He just disappears as Kingen is lighting up the Mega Gnar, gets 3 into the wall, and this is going to be the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen, as Karis is trying desperately to just kite it back, but not meant to be. Morgan here going to go down eventually. He also took tons of damage, gets chased down here by the Kassadin as the rest of the team's going to push mid.
Some ults that were kind of whatever, but outside of that, you know, can't really fold him forward. Was there when his team needed him most. And Clid, Viper, and Zeka getting it done in this one.
Oh man, well, they're just bullying the Annie at this point. As happy Bumblebee for Viper, he's got to feel happy about this game, even though he was not necessarily the guy picking up the kills. As well, they're actually waiting for Henna to respawn. No, they're gonna go for it now. 37 minutes is the time. Sama Life Esports take a very clean game number 1. Thank you, Spacers, for that wonderful breakdown. As poor Clid, man, he plays so well and gets robbed that hard. Really rough to see, but it's okay. We got a second game. It's hard not to vote for the 10-0 Kassadin, I understand, but yeah. With this one, we'll have to wait and see how this early game goes. Let's jump onto the rip for game number 2. Italy. Clid is already in here, and he's already going to set up against the Vi, who is running straight at him over a ward.
Yeah, I think Umpty's dead.
Yeah, he looks pretty doomed here, as Umpty taking a ton of damage, not even going to flash. First blood given over to Clid, as he sets it up very nicely, and Umpty runs straight into his trap.
They do also know where Umpty is, which means that Kingen can use this time to go
low life. He's going to get ignited, but sitting on top of the trap is the Karma, as effort will go down. Immediate trade back and forth. Henna's got a lot more mana, but he's a little bit low on cooldown, so he is just going to back away from this one.
I don't have that update, man. You don't have to rub it in.
Yeah. Kingen's been doing this very nicely, but Morgan trying to bait him into the stun. He's got the flash by. Assault and Battery comes on in. Kingen is dead. Zeka, though, trying to force this fight. He's got his Nidalee Clid nearby. A lot of damage onto Zeka already, but he is not low enough to be taken out, as Clid is going to hit one more spear and pick up the kill. I think that's a word. And Mountain Soul, or Drake, is going to be given for free to Bro. Doesn't look like Sama Life Esports have any interest in fighting over this.
Baron instead.
Team is meanwhile all on the top side, so probably shouldn't be taking fights at this moment in time. But Zeka is actually going in onto Umpty, even though he sees Morgan. So he is extremely confident to go in on this one, and he's just going to get booped on the head. So that is going to be Morgan that picks up the kill.
The CC chain is really good.
And now Clid in a bit of trouble here. He's going to fail his flash. He gets over to his team at least, as flashing in his Karis, but there is the binding. Do they have the damage is the question. Trying to Gale Force and get that extra bit, and Viper will pick up the Akali on the backside of this.
Yeah, to back him up, and the more I see, the more I'm like, this is going to come down to can Viper 1v9 on Caitlyn? Which, to be fair...
Yeah, probably. Zeka in a little bit of trouble here. He is going to get burst down. As once again, not really respecting the Vi in this case. Umpty just going to press his R button. You know, it still has a place on the broadcast.
That's what makes it so good, as Kingen might be dead.
This is an orange buff situation. Kingen is going to go down, and 100-0'd. Actually, he just could not even cast one thing. Speaking of getting 100-0'd, will they get Karis here? Yes, they will. Wow, the absolute state of things in this game. Well, the crown now broken, as now the turnaround goes on to Clid. Nice stopwatch, and teleport is coming in, but can they win this fight from behind? This good timing on the Mega Gnar, but take a look at the front of this fight as well. Karis not able to get over the wall, though, and he will be left alone. The Gnar actually splitting this fight up very well, as Zeka is able to get in there, but Morgan is ginormous in this fight. He is just taking off heads right now. The double kill, as Viper... still extremely scary, you can say.
And while the single time, oh, there it is.
Okay,
Umpty on the flank. That's big.
They don't know. Pepe laugh.
Are we still going for it? We don't know. Umpty is there.
He's still, yeah.
They don't have vision, so they don't see the backs coming through. Ooh, they might have a sneaking suspicion. Zeka and King and both have TP. Starrick's now done. Void stuff done as well.
He can kind of just sit there, you know, and wait for the right moment. And it looks like they're going to try to go for life. He does have a crown, though, but eventually he just dies. So down goes the Lux. A nice little flank from Umpty. They have
Alive is still going to contest.
They have some poke, and look at Henna. He's so out there in the front. Nearly got his head taken off by Viper. But Hololive,
no vision.
Yeah, they don't have vision.
Control.
They don't have vision.
They're going to get engaged on.
Top here, there is the 3-man counter-strike as they run straight into it. Kingin trying to keep Viper alive, but he will not be able to. As Zeka is pretty scary, but is he scary enough is the question. They've also got Clid on the backside here, bro, with immense amount of power and control over this objective. Clid waiting in the wings, hasn't shown on vision just yet.
If Clid gets this, I swear to God, Valdez.
Okay, they're just gonna get over the wall.
It's
and
fine.
He is dead. Oh,
It's okay.
Scott and Sonya, stop damaging the Elder, please. Okay, they're just gonna take down Clid instead, as Morgan is. But can they break into the Nexus turrets is the question. As Henna is desperately trying to get on in there, take down this turret. He's gonna get one. 6 seconds by 4. Doesn't look like Bro are gonna stick around.
Alma might look for a turn here.
Yeah, Elder Drake buff is now gone.
Okay, so this game is not, the Nexus isn't dead yet, but this game is over. Okay, this game is done.
Second Exodia?
No, they get, oh no, if Clid, no, even if Clid steals this, they will not, like, if Nidalee's dead, they can't win. Okay? So, like, it doesn't matter. This is checkmate. There's no more moves.
Bro don't have vision. They can't. Okay, they're
taking it. They're taking it.
There they
It's
go.
fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
How about
The
I
game's
can't
done.
approach it?
The game's done. It's over.
All right, bro. This is going to be Morgan alone. Should be able to get this inhibitor, I guess, as Zin goes by, trying to keep them away, but now Umpty's not in a great spot as, okay, that's just going to be the guy burned down as, yeah, Karis will finally begin to press his buttons as a lot of heat damage does come in, but I'm not sure that Viper can do it alone against Elder Buff as he's sticking down. Might just die here, actually. No, they're just going to hit the Nexus. Okay, we did it. We did it, bro. You pressed your buttons, and we took down the Nexus. Game 3 will happen in this series. Facers for speaking your minds and telling it like it is, you know? Sometimes we need a little bit of that in our lives, and I think it comes from a place of frustration because we know how strong a team Hololive Esports is, but sometimes they put themselves into a position to not win games. And that's a little bit of what happened there. I think, you know, besides the draft, it's not all about the draft, of course. The play was not up to their standard, and I think Bro immediately took advantage of that, identified it, started getting more aggressive. Umpty started making more plays, and immediately Bro were able to jump on a win. Here we go. Game number 3. Just hanging out, punching the Drake. Drake's not loving it, but that's okay. Here comes Zeka, but Karis is right here to cut him off. Should not be able to steal this. He is going in onto Karis, but the entire bot lane is here. As Shuriken will miss. In goes Zeka once again, just trying to push them out.
Oh, Viper.
Uh-oh, there's the flash on in. They will get the root onto Viper. He is gone. First blood. They'll go into the hands of Effort, unfortunately, but...
Which I know you know, but I just be very clear about this.
Okay, well, Hololive are going to be able to trade at least for the Rift Herald. As the timing is now, and he knows it, the kick is good. Karis with no flash, and it should be the kill. As Zeka gets in and gets out. Herald, it's a very nice.
Second Drake gonna get started up, is on vision, but with the play being made there in mid, I don't expect that Brion are going to be contested in this one, although
there's a lot of pings on
that.
it. Yeah, the damage here for Bro, not the best, as it looks like maybe they want to turn here. Onto Zeka, actually. The Shuriken lands, and he's got a perfectly set up Shroud. That's going to be the end of Umpty and the end of Effort as well. Couple of kills as the Drake take was a little bit too slow. King, well, he's going to run straight into the Vi. He is going to be interrupted in mid-dash, and he's just trying to get over the wall. Uh-oh. That's going to be probably a dead Karma. Yep, he's just going to get 100 to 0'd well, it's more like 40-0 as he'd already taken a bit of damage there.
Training.
Yep, here. As okay, trying to make a little bit of something out of this lull state is Life Esports. They are going to get on over and take down Morgan in the side lane. Although we are going to go for a relatively early Baron here.
Yeah, I love the Baron. You're 7.5k gold up, right? Like, you should win any fight. That doesn't start with Viper or Zeka getting 100 to 0'd without minimal use of cooldown. So, love this. Yeah, perfect. You have the trap set up. You have Zeka fighting.
Yeah.
Really clean. Love this play here to come through from
They're not going to see this until too late. Traps are already in place. That is free. That is what we love to see. Yep, that is seen. In goes Zeka by himself. Is going to miss the R2 on the Henna and nearly die. Will just barely get out of here alive as the Realm Morph is coming in looking for some vision. And there it is. Umpty is going to get into that backline and click some buttons. As Karis gets incredibly low, though, and just gets zoned away. So does Effort. As Kingen, quite scary at this point in time. Lands the one boomerang for the slow, and you can see just how much damage. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Here comes the Ez ult. Did a little bit of damage to Khalid. Well, it's 9.9. Oh, that's a nice little engage. They do get onto Viper. Down he goes. He's just gone. No more Caitlyn. Look at the rise damage. And all of a sudden, Life Esports are like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's still...
okay.
Oh, Zeka.
Uh-oh.
He's on his way.
Okay, Umpty's going to get him first. As he, unfortunately, is going to not know that he was there into just going down. Zeka is now on the hunt. Morgan looking to take him down the riposte. Not going to land. Zeka will have to flash away. Here comes Meganar as down goes Kingen.
Life, after what was an extremely clean game, deciding to get the fans dirty.
Let's see it. Just a quick steal Reno. No.
But they can rotate towards mid, get the next inhib. Oh,
wait, what?
Yeah, I didn't know about that
They just got sniped down. Meanwhile, Zeka is going in onto this one as they've got a Gnar behind them as well. Morgan not in the best spot here. As Karis, unfortunately, this time around, not able to get the flank off. And so it looks like perhaps, just maybe, Life Esports going to push this one in and take down the Nexus. They have Baron, they have 3 inhibitors, and they have a massive gold lead of 11,000. As we are trying to get the flank on in, Karis gets in there, takes out the Lux. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? As Henna is going to go down, and that will be the game. Life Esports will take the series 2-1.
Game number 1 was a slogfest. Game number 2 was a slogfest in opposite directions. Game number 3, as much as we joked about the couple of little mistakes made by Hanwha Life, was a stomp.
Hello guys, we're back for the second match of the night. T1 up against Live Sandbox, and this one, it should go a bit quicker in terms of pace, you would imagine. T1 and Live Sandbox definitely a bit more aggressive in terms of their style, and absolutely looking to get the revenge is Live Sandbox after the last match. That only happened 6 days ago, even though that was in round 1 compared to round 2, which it is today. So on the rift for game number 1.
Investment. Owner here, has his Wheeler.
He has his Wheeler indeed. They're trying to get on top of Guma, who does not have a flash, but he does have a dream. The Cyclone does come out, but the heal is there on empty. Doesn't matter, he does go down, but Owner, at the end of the day, will be taken out as well. As now Faker in the Drake pit. He's very large. Can he do anything with it, though? No. As that is going to be another kill into the hands of Willer, who is setting everything up for his team on the bottom side.
It's Sandbox that we're watching here.
Okay, well, oh boy. Exhaust's going to come in very nicely here. Will it matter, though, as the Wallop comes in? Yeah, Zeus going to take the life in the top lane.
And a side might not be as Zeus is, so he got counterpicked. He is currently just...
Oh boy, here we go. Guma does have flash this time. He's going to use it. The polymorph comes out as Willer just non-stop aggression and pressure in the bottom lane.
Big win, and Zeus winning as hard as he does on top, and
more of a jostle. As here we go again! He doesn't have flash this time, but the tidal wave is very nice for zoning them out. Willer's taking a ton of damage, but the wild growth gets the knock up here on Owner. They're looking for a bit more closer, making his way down, gonna steal the culling and threaten this, but more so just pushes them away. I mean, it depends on the crown.
Well, that's true.
Actually, most crowns are larger than that, as Bertle is getting very much harassed, and there it is again, gonna miss as the exhaust has to come out, but will it matter? I mean, Zave's just gonna throw another house, flashes on him just to be sure, knows that Bertle doesn't have a flash, so might as well, and now they're just trying to 100-0 owner here. The polymorph comes in, but they can't quite get him. He gets low enough, and Envy flashes forward, takes him down. Guma not quite able to do the same thing, but he is kiting back very nicely. Closer gets back in, even with the cast, uses the stopwatch as he's going to go down in the end anyway. Faker able to just barrel him down as the 80 carries will trade, but Faker stands alone, stands strong by himself alongside of Keria as they actually ace them. We've come a long way from the AP Gragas mid days where his AP ratios were insane. He does kind of just run in there and has to flash away. A bit questionable from Faker, maybe trying to bait out a fight. He's been doing this a lot recently. Extremely aggressive play from Faker as, okay, now we get the Cyclone in, and that's going to be Willer going down. So it actually does kind of bait out a fight here, and the rest of Liv Sandbox are just running away. Tail tucked, not much they can do in this one.
This crown procs and then vacate the area.
Yeah. Meanwhile, up in the top side, Faker might be getting dove here. This is AP Gragas, but with a rod, is he tanky enough is really the question. He's gotten closer under the turret, forces him to flash before the dive comes in, but they can just reset. As this is a 3-on-1, they should have the burst, and they will.
Okay, but look at your bot lane.
Yeah.
The absolute state of the map is disastrous. T1 able to get the punish here, going to get what looks like 2 turrets for the price of 1. Because engaging onto Faker is hard, engaging onto Owner is hard. And Zeus is kind of self-explanatory, so it's really just Guma and or Keria.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Even if the sandbox play works out as...
Zeus is going in there, he's got backup from his team, so Willer's just going to... Oh no, he's got Mega Gnar. I mean, this is going to stop the teleport as a very desperate TP out from Closer, who's got his own Gnar ultimate, but he's got a 1v4 dream at this point.
So you need to respect Owner. This is a 4 versus 5.
Yeah, well, Willer is here.
Yeah.
He's on Vision. T1 trying to push him out. The tidal wave not going to work as they just decide to cask him and not go for the flip, as very nicely done. Faker does go into his stopwatch and survives, and the only person who went down so far, ooh, a very nice turn here from Owner, gets on top of Envy while they kill Willer, as now it's only Envy. He's got his support, yes, but that's not enough. A 2v5 doesn't work out, of course, and T1 will take the Baron and potentially this game from here.
His previous
man.
Yeah, it's
I guess it is possible.
Could happen, but I don't think it's very likely, Valdez.
Be better than 0-4. Well, we'll see if he can do it.
Save it
for what, Chronicler?
For a steal
for what?
on this dragon, right?
For the Raptors.
Yeah, maybe. Those things are just not going to be enough unless T1 makes some colossal mistakes. This is looking like a very secure first game victory.
Pushes. Here comes a little TP, okay. A little chase from Liv Sandbox.
They have an inkling.
Trying to make something happen. Yeah, they're trying to ward it down, but Bertle
doesn't have flash.
Yeah. And the issue is that Faker immediately just body slams if Bertle tries to get in. And with no flash left. Yep, give it the old college try, I suppose, as Faker is going to get potentially 100-0'd here, but he has Zhonya's, so he makes the play, gets into the Zhonya's, as Envy trying to kite this one back, saves the massive Gnar into the wall. This fight is very broken up. Did the 2 members of T1 go too far?
Envy?
As Guma just trying to hit the Nexus, and it will be enough, as they will take it down at 30 minutes into the game. T1. A pretty straightforward win for them in game 1. I mean, at this rate, maybe it's Faker playing Yasuo, Gragas is in the jungle, and Lee Sin's top. We're going to have to wait and see. I mean, Zeus, you know, the Yasuo and Gnar should be a great matchup. But either way, guys, let's just see what happens. Let's jump on the riff for game 2. I just want to see what happens. Just want to let it happen. And
I just think it's neat.
Here we go. Just using everything. Level 1. In we go. The heal on top of Keria. He can't get away. The flash on in. And Envy will collect first blood as Guma. He's trying to get the kill, and he will be able to take down Kyle, but yeah, now he doesn't have much health. Can Envy take him down from here is really the question. That's one missed Q. Guma is coming back left. juking right.
He's on the way.
Oh, there's the Q. He's just trying to buy time. As Envy, he's going to hit level 2, and that's going to be the end of him. He's going to take this time to check on Willer. Spots him right away. Uh-oh. Doesn't know that Owner's here. Blocks the charge! And Willer does not have Flash anymore, and he does not have the Arctic Advance. So he's going to go down, and that was very nicely calculated by Owner to set that one up. Here comes... No.
No. Faker's here.
No.
Like, this is a...
Uh-oh.
Guma.
Hold that thought. Owner is here, but guess who's also here? It's Closer, and he's level 5? Okay, they're really going to try to force this one. See if they get the knockup, as it will be tanked up by Closer, but they can't quite get the kill. Carry eventually goes down, but so does Closer. As in the back, Willer's just left to the Wolves, as that's also going to be the snipe, and they just totally wipe them down on the bottom side of the map. Also and Gragas together.
I can swear that we saw it recently. Let's try again!
Okay, well, here we go again. You know, second time's the charm as they get in. There's no teleport this time, they say. And they will take down the Jhin.
Immediately followed up with, and...
This is on spawn Rift Herald. Someone's coming up here. He's trying to go the other way now. I'm not sure if he's going to get out of this one, though.
Well, he has a wave.
He does have a wave. Maybe he could try to just execute himself and... Well, no, he's actually going back in. Okay, we're going north, looking for the turn. As no knockup allowed, going to miss it onto Birdall, and that's just going to be him.
Quite big.
Okay, they're flashing in for this one, as it is Ezreal, and the arrow comes in. This is Ash Sejuani. Guma is so dead, as Envy's not able to last hit that. He's actually going in more onto Keria here, expecting some follow-up. He's going to take a turret shot.
Proc or Owner?
Okay, he's going to dodge that, but actually here comes Faker, as now it's 2-on-1, but over comes Willer, and T1 was expecting that, so not committing fully to the play.
Willer who will be moderately tankier.
Oh, the flash in. Faker's looking for more. No sums, as you mentioned, and it's just alley-ooped over to Owner. As Kyle is here. Or maybe looking for more. He's pretty squishy here on the Ashe, and down he will go. That's a double kill now to Owner, but we're going to have to trade Faker's life for that one as Willer.
Mostly the team that gets out ahead. Faker does end up going down, but it does mean that there was positioning for T1 to then turn this into...
Nice.
Oh, there we go. Turn it into a kill on the dragon here. Faker has TP. Birdall, or Closer rather, doesn't.
Bam, and they're trying to force something. They're flashing on top of an Ezreal who does not have flash himself, and I guess the shift was down. And so is Envy. Down he will go. Sedge Ash goes on to Lee Sin, but he's alone, and now Ash is gone too. As Zeus is just farming kills now. That is 2 more on the board for the Yasuo top.
Doesn't matter if Jin's behind. He is just there to support. Yeah.
What is going on here?
I think Closer is very dead.
Yeah.
He does not have the tools.
I guess he was trying to push while they were on the objective, but yeah, he's just going to go down. So, okay, you know, the bottom dives were a bit much, but they were going in on those, and they got the second one, and things were looking okay for the sandbox.
Sometimes you just want to hand stiff your
opponent.
Valdez.
And then Dave's just got 2 more kills, and now it's like, where are we?
it's done.
Yeah, I mean...
Maybe the Ash Sejuani combo.
They do have a ton. I mean, they are going to get those. Just baiting, I guess, as here we go. It's just full mayhem in the middle of the map. Both teams looking for an Owner, not going to get the hit, but he gets the kick on in. Kyle is targeted for some reason. They take down the Ash. That's a second one. As Guma's just at the shooting range. Birdo with a nice ult, but still flash in, and Owner goes back in. He definitely tasted the blood way too much from this Lee Sin player. But I guess it's okay in this game. As the root comes down onto Envy, he's also probably dead. 4th shot gets him after the flash as well. And we have 24 kills in 18 minutes.
5 times this game. I don't even feel like he's been making that many mistakes.
Oh, Closer. Yeah, he got a cask off. Oh, no. T1 just going to go ahead and take down the Baron here. As we are just going to throw everything.
Get him, Willer.
Including Willer.
Get him.
Underneath.
They won't let him get him, right?
No, they're just gonna kill him, right? Not do the damage. The damage is coming though, and it kind of gets flipped. But Owner still is going to get the smite down. And that is what it comes down to. The Mega Gnar not coming in. That's the knockup. I thought maybe Zeus would be going in on that. Kyle flashing in. Looking to try to get the slows down. As Lillard's like, wait, you actually hurt. I don't want to block this anymore. Okay, Bertle's been dodging everything. That is going to be the Sedge Ash combo. Lots of damage through as the Gnar over the wall. They're turning it. Owner goes down. Faker in a lot of trouble as well. Doesn't matter how tanky he is, even with the Seraph. So that's a couple of kills last the breath. Yeah, they're kind of on the chase, actually. Owner gonna get the kick in. They get the knockup! And Envy, he's trying to survive, but he does go down in the end. Tried to play it out really nicely, but the Yasuo combo just a bit too much. As that is potentially going to be this Drake here. Willer a little bit too far out. No, they're just gonna turn it, take down another.
Bounty's still on, and they thought they had cornered Owner. Little did they know.
Closer.
It was all set up.
What is Faker doing? Oh boy.
He missed the chain.
He's just having a great time. Like, this is peak. Now there's not even an hour to worry about, but Keria is going to get burst down as that's the knockup onto the Ezreal. Can they burst him down this time? Envy goes to the stopwatch as Carnage is around him, and immediately he goes down afterwards. Closer is trying his best, but it is not good enough in this case. T1 just a little bit too far ahead in this game number 2. And by a little bit, I mean a lot at this point. As now they're just going to be diving into the base. Birdall gets Hextech sold by Keria, of all people. And he will eventually be taken out. That should be it. T1 take him down to the mid lane. And they have a lot of fun with this one. 34 kills in 27 minutes. Plus Hextech soul. And that should be the game. They're going to take down Willer here, it looks like, as they're trying. Faker, he's got his Zhonya's. Or at least the stopwatch, and unfortunately the support Ash at this point not going to do enough. As they would love to get in there, the Lee Syndrome, and they take down the Nexus. Just a little bonus kill on top of all of that. T1, a bit of styling tonight, a very happy game number 2, but this time it's happy gaming that actually leads to a win for T1.